Caleb here. I'm going to switch things up a little bit and do a review during the daytime, not at 2 in the morning over bourbon. We'll see if I can up my game up a little bit. So today I am doing a review for a Cruzerlite wood skin on the Nexus 5. As you can see, it is gorgeous. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this review was to compare it with the Slickwraps skin that I had done a review on recently. I'll put that in the video description below. Now I'm going to try and give some pros and cons to the Cruzerlite and how it stacks up with the other skins that I've done. But if you guys have questions or any feedback, please put some comments down below. And with that, let's go ahead and get started with the video review. Alright, so one of the things that you'll notice when you get your skin, Cruzerlite's very, what's the word I'm going to look for? Cost effective. They'll send their product in a very heavy duty plastic, and really it's all that you need. I kind of dislike when companies spend a lot of money on their shipping and handling. Yeah, there's some wow factor there, but I would rather the wow factor be on my phone, not in the packaging. And so I'll say, good for them for that. One other thing that I noticed right away when I did get the packaging, they send tons of product. I mean, as you can see, I've already got the skin on my phone and I've got it all wrapped around, and we'll get to that in a little bit. And I've got even one on the front. We'll get to that, and trust me, we'll get to that. That has nothing to do with the product, by the way. That's the case. So you get tons, and you can see, it is the high quality 3M. Now, while I'm on that, I will say the material of the skin, it felt different than the Slickwraps, and I will say it felt slightly cheaper. The 3M on the Slickwraps, I felt like I was able to put it on, peel it off, a lot more confidence in doing that. And I don't know, there is some variation there. And actually, here's one of the Slickwraps that I took off on the old one, and it just feels thicker to me. So I will say that. Now, the texture of the Cruzerlite one, though, it is nice. It's I don't want to say it feels plasticky or rubber, but it's just smooth, and it does have the wood texture. I don't know if you can kind of pick up on that in the light, but it does have beyond just the wood look, it actually does kind of have like a wood texture to it, which I think is actually very nice. The thing that I do love, though, is they send so many extras. I thought that was pretty awesome. So kudos for that. That's not something I had received in the past. So that's the product. Now let's start talking about what it's like actually on the phone. Alright, so here we are. I've got it zoomed in on the back of the Nexus 5. As you can see, it is pretty much exactly how it should be aligned with the lettering on the back, the cutouts. Could I have done a better job putting it on? Yeah, I probably could have. I was admittedly in a hurry. I was so excited to have a wood skin and the way that it looks on the phone that I probably rushed it. But now I will say I did lift it up and down probably 5 times. I tried very hard, especially with the S and the E, to get aligned as well as I could. And you can see, I started and I got the E perfect. The X was pretty perfect, and then the U and the S, it just kind of, it really wasn't working for me. So I don't know if it's me or if it's the product, but I will say, and I'll zoom out, when I was putting it on, I could not get it to cover all of the white back plate on either side. So because of that, it made me feel like the skin on the back was not exactly perfect. But is it I'm not gonna try and cuss. Is it really good? Yes, yes it is. And you can see how I did take a blow dryer and kind of push down on the corners once it was installed. And to be honest with you, it looks really, really good. I just wish that it was slightly larger and covered all of the white backplate. It's not just kind of the white band, it is actually some of the backplate showing. So that's my really only gripe with the back plate. The camera and the sensor for the light were perfect. Everything else perfect. Now let's start looking at the sides. The sides, I will point out, were actually much better than the Slickwraps. You know, pretty much everywhere when I go across, you'll see that they line up perfectly. And actually, I felt that when it came around to the corners with the hair dryer, they actually fit really well, and it just looks really good on the phone. And I didn't spend that much effort on the sides, so I probably could have done even better, but I think it actually looks really well. And you can see the cutout for the SIM tray, and they left a little extra space for the pinhole. The power button and the volume rocker, I think, were pretty much perfect. And you know, on the top for the second mic and the microphone, perfect headphones, excuse me. Now on the front, oh goodness, I apologize, I need to clean my phone. I pointed out this earlier in the video. That is no fault of the skin. I have a glass screen protector on, you know, and obviously there's the back, and then the front wrap. And with all of that, my case was just kind of pushing up on this too much. But I do think that's worth speaking to. You know, if you have a case, or if you're one of those people that just has to have a case, you might want to strongly consider what might happen with your skin with that case, especially if you have a screen protector. And with the Nexus 5, I probably wouldn't even worry about a screen protector, but the fact that there was this glass screen protector and I could get a review on it, I just couldn't pass that up. But so one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was that issue, but now I'm going to take that one off and I'm going to put on one of the extra, because Cruzerlite actually sends you extra. I'm going to install that, and I wanted to show you what it looks like with it actually installed on correctly. Alright, bear 1 second. Alright guys, so I just took off the bottom one, and I was going to try and install the front skin. We'll see how that goes. It may be a terrible decision to try and do this on camera. Alright, that wasn't too bad. I could have certainly have done a better job, but I just wanted to point out just how easy it is actually to put these skins on. That was pretty painless. I think anybody that saw what I just did would agree to that. Now, the reason why I wanted to show that to you, twofold. One, when your phone's on and you've got a front protector on like this, I think it really helps create kind of this console look. That's kind of what I keep referencing it as. I really feel like it gives this dimension where your eye just notices this in the foreground and your screen in the background, and I really like the way that looks. I'm honestly, that's one of the reasons why I'm such a proponent of actually having a skin on the front of the phone. Now, another thing that I want to point out, and this was my biggest gripe with the Slickwraps, the proximity sensor here. No matter what I did with the Slickwraps, and I tried many things, I could never get that to shut off. Like, so if I had a phone call, I answered my phone, the screen would immediately go black, and then when I pulled my phone away, you know, this was still blocking the proximity sensor, so my phone was black and I couldn't end the call. I have had zero issues with the Cruzerlite skin, and again, I told you earlier, I've had this now for about 2 weeks, and I've been playing with it a fair amount. And since they are kind enough to send, you know, the extras, I've actually had like 3 different ones of these on. Well, this is the 3rd, so I've had 2 others on. But everything works perfectly. The front camera, the notification light down there. So all in all, for the price, I would say it is absolutely a great skin. I'm one of those people that likes to be what's the word, economical, I guess is a nice way of saying it, and but have high expectations. I mean, that's kind of why I've got the Nexus 5. I think the Nexus 5 is absolutely the best phone for the money. And if I were to go out and buy a skin after reviewing a few of these, the Cruzerlite would have to be kind of at the top of my list. Is the fit and finish as nice as I'd want? Everywhere except for the back plate. Does the phone look amazing with it on there? Yes. And one of the things that I also have been doing is I will wear a hybrid. I use the amCase hybrid. So I've got a clear back plate. So I feel like my phone's still protected and I still get the benefit of having that wood skin. That was one of the things I really wanted. And this combination of the Cruzerlite skin and the amCase, I mean, if you bought both of them on Amazon, it costs you like 15 bucks. And to have a clear case and have a skin that wraps your phone for 15 bucks, I just think that's a really good deal. I mean, that alone's cheaper than some of the skins that you could buy just that alone without a case. So anyway, hope this was helpful. If you guys have questions, please leave a comment below, and I'd appreciate if you guys help spread the word and subscribe. Thanks, guys.